Everyone these days is constantly trying to make friends with anyone and everything, right? That's great and all, but most of them are forgetting about the one most important relationship you're ever going to need. And in this video, I'm going to break down and unpack what that most important relationship is. Because that one most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. And having this relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you could ever have. Why? Because you can get rid of any other people that you don't like in your life, right? You don't like them, they're out the door. You never have to talk to them again. But the one person you cannot run away from, you cannot get rid of, even if you don't like them, is yourself. And there's so many people that have so much self-hatred and negative self-talk in their head that they don't even realize that all they do, they don't want to fix it, they just run away from it. And they go distract themselves and they go party and blah blah blah. That's all good, that's fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying you shouldn't do it to run away from your own self and your own thoughts, because you cannot run away from yourself. There is only one thing you can do, and that is respect yourself, enjoy your own company, and learn to be friends with yourself, because life is so much better when you get to learn and have yourself by your side. And there you go, I got some light now. And have yourself by your side with positive self-talk all the time, because otherwise it's self-sabotaging and it makes everything an uphill battle. So how do we gain this really good relationship with ourselves? It begins only one way, and that is what we already touched on: listening to yourself. To listen to your thoughts, to listen to your mind, and to stop distracting yourself from your thoughts. And because it's kind of counterintuitive, because there's so many people on Instagram and on everything nowadays that just don't want to listen to their own thoughts. And where do they go to? The first time they don't want to, they've got nothing to do, bang, on their phone. And if you're watching this on your phone, props to you, because this is more important than Instagram. But it's just a world of distraction, right? And the power lies in the fact that you can not get distracted and focus solely on your thoughts and everything that's going on in between here. So another great way to build respect for yourself is to do something, say you're going to do something, and show up every day doing that thing for yourself. For example, what I do and what I have done for a few years now, actually, I've been not religiously every single day, but it's been, I'd say, about 80% consistent. 2024 was actually fully consistent. I had a cold shower every single day for the year, every single day in 2024, cold exposure. And it was actually really good, because it taught me how to calm myself in a stressful situation, which reference to the last video, in a stressful situation, and how to listen to my thoughts and watch what my brain does in a situation where it's uncomfortable, and recognizing all your thoughts, not running away from them, but recognizing them and just being present in the moment. That is where you can build some real respect for yourself, because you won't start freaking out and worrying about everything if you know you've gone and done 1,000 cold showers before. It's going to make the next one a lot easier based on the data that you've built up. And Another way is just to do something you really want to do and build something you really want to build. For example, I'm building a company, I'm building a business, online business, and I'm helping motorcycle road racers solve the problem of getting sponsors. And it's something I am struggling with right now in this moment. And it's difficult. It's very difficult for me to solve this problem. But doesn't mean I'm going to freak out and stress out about it because I need to solve it. Yes, I need to solve it. Yes, it's urgent. But if I focus on, I need to solve it, it's just going to inflate it to this big thing that it's not, right? But my point is, it allows me to show up every day. And just for example, I've just collected pretty much everything that I've done for the past week, just to prove and kind of show what I've done and talk about what I've done, so that one, I can still document what I'm doing and give you a lesson tied as closely as I can to this topic, which is, so the big picture that I've done this week is building my getting sponsorship playbook, which from scratch, using the Imperium Academy module 3.4 and the critical thinking process, because I went from having a pile of notes with this massive overload stage, critical information overload, and I literally had 22,000 words, and I sorted through all of those words, pulled out all the principles, and went into phase 1, which was pulling out all those principles and then critically thinking through each principle. We had 25 principles, and I thought through all of them, and from there I got my I just dropped my chair. I got my sub principles, which then ordered and rearranged turned into the bare bones principles and things that I need to include into my method of getting sponsors, which I did that from Sunday pretty much to, Thursday last week to pretty much today, actually, because I'm still doing it. But then in there on where are we? On Sunday, I actually switched, and I tried to figure out how to. I built and will try to really think through content and how can I improve my content, because that is just another arm of sponsorship and building your personal brand, which you can go to my Instagram. That is where all of my stuff is for racing, and I want to dedicate this channel to me just talking, but I will be switching gears soon, possibly, and talking more about what I'm actually doing. I'm going to get a whiteboard. It's going to be freaking sick. I'm going to draw stuff for you guys and everything. It's going to be amazing. But so I did that. I just made a content breakdown system, basically, that I can use to iterate on my own content and build my engagement and build my following on there and just ultimately build my personal brand, right? And then from there, so I finished, Wednesday was a big day. Wednesday, I finished phase 1, which was those 25 items, those 25 principles, critically thought through all of them. Then phase 2, I built the mega list, which had 72 different principles from those 25 principles, and then I sorted through everything, got rid of the stuff that was nice to have and kept the stuff that needed to be there. And then from there, which I did this morning or yesterday, it all blends together, but then I from there sorted them out into 22 different things, and then this morning or last night I put them into their own categories. So if you're excited to see everything that I'm doing, hit subscribe, because I will be continuing to talk about this a lot more. But my point here is, this was from May 7th, so 7 days ago, to pretty much now, every single day, right? I was doing something. and I was still working at my day job, and I was still doing my other life stuff. I've been to the gym 3 times in that time, going tomorrow morning. It's all work, like it's work, and I've told myself I'm going to do this, and for me to show up every day and consistently do this just reinforces the fact that I have respect for myself, and I can lean on that fact that I have respect for myself because I've done it so much before. And it doesn't have to be, oh yeah, I'm just going to get really cold for 3 minutes a day, which makes it sound easy, but it's not. It's really not. But it doesn't have to be physically uncomfortable. It just needs to be something you can work on, that you want, that you can consistently show up to every day and enjoy doing it, because that is the biggest self relationship builder that I can think of, right? And there's a quote, I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Sam Ovens. It was, businesses don't have business problems, they have personal problems reflected in their business. So when you show up inconsistently, your business will show that, right? But that's not a business problem, that's a personal problem reflecting in your business. Because if you had a promise to yourself, and if you had your self-respect and actually listened to yourself and had a good relationship with yourself, you would enjoy that business and you would enjoy doing that work. And that is where the real relationship comes in. And it just makes it a whole lot better. It's pushing the boulder down the hill instead of forcing it uphill. But that's where we're at now. And it was just a point that if you keep a promise to yourself, just keep it. Do one thing that's slightly difficult, that's going to push you every day. Do it consistently, and then you can look back in a year or two and be like, damn, I've done this every single day since then. That's pretty good. And just don't be afraid of your own thoughts. Just listen to your thoughts, because it comes up with some cool stuff, and you'll find out a lot of things about yourself that you didn't know. And it would just make life a whole lot easier being with the one person you can't get away from, because you might as well enjoy that time with that person instead of hating that time. So that's my view. That's my point. Take it with a pinch of salt, 2 cents, and I'll see you in the next video. Go build that relationship with the most important person in your life. Peace.